it. Can we do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Oh my God, that's crazy.
What's up? This is Ted from Trust Ted. He runs all of our product reviews, and this is going to be your first time driving the Tesla Cybertruck, right?
Yeah, 100%. I'm really looking forward to it, John. Thanks so much for the opportunity to let me drive your Cybertruck. I think one of the other great parts would be to see if this fits in my garage, because I got one on order.
Awesome.
Well,
Well,
let me drive it, see if I like it first.
Exactly.
Then we'll take it
Yeah.
from there.
So, how long have you been a Tesla owner? What do you own? And how many Cybertrucks have you seen?
So I'm in the Bay Area, obviously, and I've actually seen a small number, maybe 3, 4, something like that, a few on the road, and 3 or 4 of them at one of the local events. So
Awesome.
I'm fortunate to have seen them. And for me, I've actually owned a Tesla for more than about 2.5 years now. I got a Model Y Performance. It's the best car I've ever bought. I freaking love it. Matter of fact, I just got an extended warranty because I just want to keep the car.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what are your initial thoughts about getting into the Cybertruck?
So a couple of things. One that I want to get a handle on is, what's it drive like? A lot of people talk about what it feels like. Does it drive like a car or a truck or whatever? Having owned a Tesla, I'm sure that the interface is going to be similar. There'll be a few differences to get used to. Not worried about that. To be totally frank, I'm a tech nerd, so what I really love about this is all the underneath technology that probably most people have no clue. The 48-volt technology, the 4-wheel steering, the fact that it's steer by wire for the ratio that changes. All of those types of things I'm really excited about, just experiencing with this vehicle, and I really appreciate the fact that there's so much tech in this.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Let's go give you your first drive. So here, let's let you in the car. So have you been in one yet?
So I sat in one, but it was real brief at one of the local events.
Okay, sounds good. So you know how to get in then, huh?
I know how to get in.
Look at that. All right.
Yeah. It's easy. Once you
All right.
see that.
Let's do this drive.
Yep. Awesome.
All right, let's go.
Okay, the seat is kind of far back. We'll move it up and get going.
Okay, so we're in the Cybertruck.
We're in the Cybertruck.
And you're obviously sitting in the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm.
So what does it feel like? I mean, obviously, because you do have a Model Y right now, which does not have the stock list. So what are you seeing? Like, what's your thoughts when you see all this stuff?
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm used to the display, obviously. So first thing is the Squircle.
You even know the name.
Yeah, I mean, well, someone had said it was a Squircle. Another person said it. I can't remember what they called it. It was something else. But anyway, I think that this is a better idea than the yoke.
Yep.
My dad actually had a Model S with a yoke, and again, you get used to it, but I never really liked it. This, I think, is a better idea. Not having the stalks, that obviously takes a little bit getting used to. The fact that you have these blinkers on either side, so that's kind of interesting. And then I know that there's some swipe or something to move and drive and whatnot. So kind of getting used to all those things.
So the big thing to know is that obviously the blinker is on your left and your right blinker.
Yep.
And then obviously to go, there's an auto setting. Obviously it'll actually know which route you're going.
Right. So right now it would know, hey,
you're going straight.
You're going to go straight because behind me there's stuff.
Exactly. Then so just a couple other things too is if you need to see the front because you can't see too much, you have the camera in the front. But outside of that, this doesn't work. You can move it.
Oh, okay,
But this is your
actually.
Your
so
back
I
camera.
would like to move this here.
You got it.
That's my rear view, and so I want to correct something you just said. This mirror works. It's just not usable now because the cover is closed right in the back.
So we can open it if you want.
No, I don't want to. And I think that the big advantage of having it closed is
the range.
Is range, right?
Yep.
It gets more efficient. I think that would be a great aftermarket, to be honest with you, is someone to make like a display here.
Yeah.
In some way, how connected to a camera, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Well,
so let's see. I'm gonna guess going up is drive.
Yep.
Ta-da!
Yeah. There you go.
All right. So let's get started here. Oh my God. So the first thing that the reason I reacted that is I barely turned the wheel. The steering wheel, and I thought it was just going to turn a little bit, and the car made a 45
I know, you swung
degree.
The thing,
the car made a 45 degree. I was like, oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, lordy. Okay, so practicing with the blinkers here. So it takes a little used to on the wheel here. And so you've had this for a few months. So do you feel totally comfortable with the wheel?
Yeah, honestly, I feel spoiled. Getting into anything else is just really, it is hard to adjust.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, so let's take it down a little country road here.
Why not?
So the quiet, I would say, so recently in my Model Y, I got new tires that are quieter than the stock ones. And I really appreciate that it's quieter, but this is actually quieter than my Model Y performance.
Yeah. I think it's also partially just not only the build quality, but just like you really don't hear anything. Like with the windows as well being armored glass. Yeah, they really have done an amazing job.
All right, so I gotta tell you, the other thing is when I go on this road and I drive this road because it's not far from where I am. I'm usually between 10 to 15 miles over the speed limit. I was like almost 25 over.
And you didn't even notice.
Feel it. And I didn't even feel it. I mean...
And this is a truck, too.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
This is smooth. Now, this, I will say, it's not a car. To me, no, and I mean, like, I know that I'm not driving a car, and obviously the Model Y performance is a little lower. It's tuned a little more to feel the road, which I'm fine with. And I would say this feels like a small SUV in terms of ride quality. But it's not at all uncomfortable, and I could see how people could live with this as a daily driver. I think that there's enough road feedback, or through the chassis and kind of the vehicle itself. I've been in some trucks where they're extremely floaty. That's not the case here. I mean, there's a little bit because the thing is just such a beast, and then this isn't actually the smoothest road either. So there's a little bit there, but I think overall. And so you do not have stock tires on this?
No.
And so did you notice any difference from...
To be honest, it might be a little bit, tiny bit louder. Because it's thicker.
These tires are a little bigger.
These are beefy. I got the 22-inch unplugged rims along with 35-inch BFG Goodrich tires on it. The KO2, so it will sound a little bit heavier, but to be honest, it feels like it rides smoother.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Which is kind of like reverse what you would think. But for me, this drives better than my Model X.
Wow.
Which says a lot because that's like luxury SUV.
And you have a newer one.
Yep. It drives better than my older and my newer one.
Well, that's crazy. So the blinkers here, it definitely takes a little while to get used to. The regenerative braking, really similar in terms of, how effective it is. And so this is a road here that we can have some fun.
Let's do it.
Can we do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Oh my God. That's crazy. I mean,
you're doing it with a tank. And this is the dual motor. This is not even the fastest one, man.
Yeah. It's nuts. I mean, it's one of the reasons I tell people why, if you have a home, condo, whatever, and you can charge at your place, it's like a no-brainer to buy a Tesla.
Yeah.
It really is. And I just grin from ear to ear every time I'm at a stoplight, John. I look over at the cars next to me, and it literally doesn't matter what it is because I can blow them all away. And it's not like I do it 100% of the time. I definitely don't. But every once in a while, there'll be something next to me, and it could be an innocuous vehicle, nothing really great, or it could be something that looks performance-y.
Yep.
And I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to put this dude away.
Yeah. Well, you're going to have to floor it right here.
It's so fun.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun.
Okay, we got a Tesla here on the side of us. He didn't want to play. He could have, but he didn't. Yeah, I don't want to get too crazy on this road. Sometimes there's not usually cops here, but yeah.
You don't want to find out.
No, I don't want to find out. I don't want to find out.
But what else sticks out to you? So I mean, like, so you said it feels like, does this feel bigger than your Model Y?
Yes, it does. Yep. Yeah. It feels bigger than my Model Y. This rearview mirror here is nice, actually. I'm fine. And it's funny how quickly I've gotten used to. Oh, I want to look behind me. I'm looking right here. So I find that great that you can move this over. And you can see behind you, because I am constantly used to, in my mind, every few seconds I'm looking in my rearview mirror. So it's nice to be able to just quickly glance over here.
And even if you wanted to, you could actually throw this up and look. You have both. You can see everything.
Oh, so these are two sides and the back.
Yep, and then you can. That's the front.
Okay. Yeah,
but I don't want to get you dizzy either.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be dizzy either. Thank you. Appreciate that. So I would say that it's, as I said, it's a little floaty. Actually, this is so funny. This dude's a Plaid X.
Yeah, he could destroy us.
He could destroy us.
I would love to actually see a Plaid Model X and a Cyber Beast next to each other, because technically, I think the Plaid Model X should have a little bit of an edge.
Yeah.
But it's 0 to 60 in 2.5 versus 0 to 60 in 2.6.
Yeah, okay. Right. Yeah, that would be fun for sure.
What's your experience been like with trucks in general? Have you had one before? Is this kind of more of like your first one?
Yeah, I've never had a truck. I've never owned a truck. I've used trucks. My wife has an interior design business, so from time to time, we've rented trucks, we've used them, and I've never been worried about driving a truck. And I've had lots of different vehicles of all different types of sizes, SUVs and such. You just cannot beat the utility of a truck. And this thing, I definitely would like to take a really close peek at the bed. A lot of people talk about, hey, it's great, the length, and maybe reaching over the side could be a challenge for shorter people. There's no doubt, John, this vehicle is the future.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, the best-selling car is like the F-Series Fords.
Yep.
Right. So, and that's not even truncated by, F-150 versus 250. That's literally, they sell about 750,000 units a year.
Yep.
So this will easily eat into that, especially when you think of electric, right?
Yep.
I showed you the extract mode at 17 inches of ground clearance. I mean, I'm not an off-roading guy, and I've become one. I feel like I'm 16 again, but in obviously an expensive car. Wow, these people are so distracted they literally did not pull up.
Oh, I wish the camera would have seen those people. Oh, that's hilarious.
That's
they stopped.
What happens.
Oh my God, they stopped. So you know what's really funny, John, is there's actually a Cybertruck owner somewhere on this road, and he must work at Tesla, or he must know someone, because it's been. I don't know if it's going to be here. We'll see really shortly. The house is up on the right here, but where he lives. I know where he is. Yeah. I don't know who it is. It's really funny, because when you reached out and was like, "Oh, hey, I got my truck and you want to try it," I kept saying, "Oh, maybe I should go knock on this dude's door over here and just see if he might like yell at me or whatever." But right here on the right, there it is.
Oh, man. Yeah, look at that beast.
Yeah. So that's, there's no wrap or anything on that. Just looking behind me just to make sure there's no one there.
Well, that looks like a civilian's car, because it's not, it doesn't have the manufacturing.
Yep.
But yeah,
that's So that, like when you asked me if I'd seen some, that's the only one that I've seen consistently. And then I've, of course, at the local Tesla event, and then I saw one other that was blacked out.
Yep.
Looked like the Batmobile.
Yeah, and that's one of the other experiences too, to be honest, of like at least these early days of Cybertruck ownership. Is everyone looks at you.
Yeah.
Like still.
Yeah.
Like they're just. Yeah. It's not even, people are not even like modest about it. They pull out their phones.
Right.
But,
I mean, and I think that the reality is, I love cars, so. And I think if you're part of the Tesla community, you know about it, obviously, because it's been coming and building for years. But, the average person, they just don't know, right? And so all of a sudden they see this thing coming down the road. It looks like it was a, custom whatever, right? And they have no clue. And so they don't know what to do. And I think with this vehicle also, the fact that, you have the wrap on it, and so,
looks like a Minecraft pixel.
It's the next level. Yeah.
If anything, what negatives do you see?
Maybe I took that corner a little bit more. So it's the ride's a little floatier, as I mentioned. I think the visibility is actually really great in the front. You can see so much. I think the only real negative that I would say from all of it is just takes a little getting used to here on the blinker. The ride is a little, as I said, a little floatier bumpy. Than, I wouldn't call it bumpy. It's just, it's a little, it's not to the same firmness that a car suspension would be. But by no means am I, like, oh, my head's bobbing all over the place and I'm going to get sick. I could see this, I could see driving this.
Yeah, so probably I've done about close to 8,000 miles now. The two things that probably still, like, I still need to get used to be honest, are really just this A-pillar, because you can't really see beyond it. So imagine you're going through a crosswalk. You kind of do have to look around it. And then the second thing is like, I feel like with how big the windshield is, I really feel like they could have moved it up a little bit. Because
towards you,
or you further. Obviously, you know what I mean? Because the reality is that you the reality is that it is a little bit trippy. So let's put it in the park.
Okay, you got to go up the
park. Or just tap it.
Oh, tap it
in the middle.
There we go.
Or you got to put your foot on the brake.
Okay, let me do it.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, the biggest thing is more of like is just how long the windshield is, right? And just I can't see in front of it.
No, so you can't see where the nose ends.
Like going into your garage, I had to like pull that up, right?
Right. Just to get an idea. Yeah. No. Yeah, I understand that. And so obviously it wasn't like I was trying to park in tight spots. That's a good point. So you've obviously been using it for a lot longer period of time.
But those are the only negative things out of anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, obviously there was a reason that they felt like, either they couldn't bring the seats forward or something. Yeah. But, it is, it's definitely very, Tesla seats they're the bomb. I mean, they're just so comfortable. I love my seats in my Y, and I was super curious to just get a feeling of what this is like, and it's great that it's not a truck feel. It's more like an SUV. I would say like a small SUV
and feel. The truth is, it really, I mean, you saw it. I mean, you do get spoiled with the steering and some of the way that this truck just drives. And it was amazing how quick you get used to that ratio. Right. It was the first turn. Like jerk. I was like, whoa. Like pulling a horseback.
Right. And then after that, it's like on the road, it's very natural. And I'm sure for the highway, it's probably very little, right? Even if you're turning, it probably doesn't move very much.
No, I mean, you really are doing like
small course correction.
You're maybe doing, even on left turns, you're really doing like 15% of like a full turn.
So let me just ask you, what, how much, on a scale of 1 to 10, does this meet your expectations, exceed them? Like, are you, like, other than the small minor things you're talking about?
So for me, honestly, I had a Toyota Tacoma before.
Okay.
And for me, like, just having a truck again, one is something I always kind of wanted to do. But this is, to be honest, past all of my expectations of what a truck should be. One, because it's got the back screen for the kids, which is huge.
Yep.
It also has a full 6-foot bed. I used to have a Tacoma double caddy, so it was about 4 feet.
Okay.
It really was not long.
Yeah.
Are you a little warm?
No, one of the things I wanted to actually, so I would like to try out the cooling seats. Yeah. So, like, I know how to put the heat on.
No, just press it.
Will you press this?
Yeah, and then you can select,
cool. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so for me, and then the fact that, honestly, it comes stock where you are literally able to go 17 inches.
Yeah.
I can just, dude, you can just go to Hollister and have fun like you're a 2-year-old kid. You know what I mean? And that's what I was doing a couple weeks ago. So, and then, honestly, just the driving experience is unreal. Like, I mean, the steer-by-wire, the 4-wheel steering, like, it really does change how you drive. Like, I really feel like in this case, when it comes to larger SUVs, they really have changed the game of, like, how a car should be driven.
Yeah.
You know? So I think those are, like, the biggest things is, you know, just the utility of the truck, the air suspension, having the two 110s and the 240 in the back.
240 in the back,
That's huge.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, camping.
Yeah.
Right?
Camping, I mean, tailgating.
Exactly.
I mean, if you need it for work or whatever, right, you're in some spot, you know, need to run tools or lights or whatever. No, that's, I agree, man. All of those things are great to have. And I will say I'm super happy with this cooled seat.
Yeah.
Like, this is the one thing I wish the Model Y had.
Yep.
I'm sure it's coming in the future, but it's just so nice, especially in California when it starts getting hot. I always pre-cool. I always pre-cool my vehicle right before I get in it. But it just having this is just so nice. And I will say this works really well. So I'm super happy that that this is something that I can look forward to.
Well, close us out with final thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, final thoughts is I think that anybody who is able to afford this truck is going to be super happy with it. I mean, that's the net. To me, I have this massive appreciation of the tech that's in this vehicle. Most people probably, you know, again, we talked about it earlier, the ratio, the steering ratio by wire, the 4-wheel steering, the 48 volt technology, you know, just the fact that this is a very efficient truck, you know, despite everything, and then a lot of the small things that they've considered here.
Yeah, I mean, not that I want to go into this, but they've literally, this is all of the whole new UI for off-roading. It tells you like your PSIs. It tells you like how high you are over here, your ground clearance right here. You can literally just enable the ride height even higher. But they really have taken trucking to the next level. I mean, it eats other trucks' lunches with a side of bacon.
So when we were driving, what was the ride height set at? Auto or low, or what was it?
Yeah,
okay.
So that was
okay. Oh,
so
that's here.
Back,
okay,
back in here, and then you can do entry, which even
goes lower. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, it's an impressive vehicle. There's just kind of no way around it.
Yep.
I mean, it's spacious, it's comfortable, it's functional.
Yep.
You know, here's to Tesla continuing to incrementally make it even better from here.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Ted.
Thank you, John. Like, it's so cool to be able to...
I was like, going to Costco, I was like, dude, this guy... but yeah, thank you, Ted. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, Get Educate Ted. We'll put a link to the description, but thank you for all that you do for the club and just, giving broader awareness of the amazing accessories in the Tesla community. Yeah,
I think that the key is just educating people, right? Yep. Not just on the accessories, but all of the other positive things that the EVs bring to consumers.
Definitely.
Cool, man. Thanks so much.
All right, thanks. Sounds good. We'll see you next time.